I
table.
push
Get
this
off the
button.
table. The money's
I
for the
push this
beer.
button. I push this button. I push this button. Here we go. Hey, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, can you guys hear this? Hold on. Can you all hear this? What happened to my $100, Joe? Did you take my money? It's gonna be our intro music. You take my $100, Joe. Where's my
Where
money?
my $100, Joe? You better send me my $100, Joe. Hey, everybody. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Friday.
It's Friday. We've been
Hey,
bouncing.
we were going to talk to you about the crypto market, but we don't want to. We don't want to talk to you about that though, because if you don't know what's going on, well, what you need to do is sell all your Bitcoin and buy USDC. Because, hey man, one thing we did say, hey, the guy with what's his name, man, Craig, whatever, the guy that claimed to be Satoshi, he said that he'd change all his hash rates up from took all his Bitcoin miners and put them on BCH miners and drive the Bitcoin price down to $1,000. It was like, really? Okay, buddy. But that actually does bring up a real interesting topic.
Yes.
You can't have two competing factors right there that run things. You know what I mean? I mean, they do, but they don't. You know what I mean? But having one that has the power to destroy the other, that's not really a good thing. You know what I mean? And this is the deal. If the guy's doing that, this is what
I got the power.
I wouldn't jump into that camp with that guy over that. And yes, McAfee said, "Don't mess with it." You know what I mean?
Mess with it.
And John McAfee, man, that dude's nuts. But he's a genius.
Don't mess with it.
Yeah, he's like, no, this ain't. You don't do stuff like that. There's a lot of people that would destroy them. You know what I mean? Financially, they'd be over.
Yes.
So it's like, well,
don't mess with it.
It'd be beneficial for people like. It'd be very beneficial. You know what I mean? Because my USDC was up to like $1.08 on some exchanges. Mm-hmm. I'm like, really? So I was making money on having money. I mean, but I just kept buying. I mean, the lower it goes, the more I want to buy, and the more I try to buy, and the more you know what I mean? I got kids for sale if this shit goes cheaper. I can have more of them.
I don't know. I don't think Glory wants to start over, brother.
I'm a baby maker.
No, don't think she does.
Oh, no. I'll go out and find somebody else. Don't worry about that. I mean, I'll stay with Gloria, but we'll take care of the baby. But you don't have to carry and all that stuff. We can always adopt.
Joe, you better stop. You better stop before you dig yourself a hole.
Transaction.
You go dig yourself a hole. You better stop. Stop.
Well, this is a good thing about being on YouTube.
All right, y'all. So look, it's crazy. It's fun. It's Friday. We've been laughing and poking and joking and singing and playing music, and we did a little Dougie Fresh spin, and we're just out to have a good time today. So want to say hello and thank you guys for being part of today's live. Joe and I really do appreciate you guys coming out. We appreciate you guys hanging in with us, and really our talks are very business, but we do throw some crypto in there. After all, it is called Crypto Let's Talk. But at the end of the day, we're not financial advisors or directors. We're not financial directors or advisors, and so what we want to make sure that everybody understands is that we talk about the things that we believe and the things that we do and the things that intrigue us. So, if you hear something or you see something and you don't really know where it's coming from or what to do with it, you can always send us a private message. We're always open to those. The market is mostly green today. We in the know kind of expected that. And it would be my prediction. I don't know. Let's just see if I'm right. But it would be my prediction that over the weekend, it's going to be even greener. So, that's kind of what I wanted to say about that. Yeah. So, what's funny to me is most people haven't taken the time to make the correlation. Right. They haven't taken the time to make the correlation between the fact that nighttime, for the U.S. anyway, nighttime for the U.S. and weekends for the U.S. is the best times to catch the prices where you want them to be. So, if I were going to say to anyone, hey, Joe, watch Bitcoin. Watch it tonight. Watch it this weekend. That's kind of what I would say. What do you think, Joe? You think I'd say that? I'd probably say that, wouldn't
I? I think you would. You know what? I check stuff at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. It's because I got screwed up sleep patterns, guys. And so, like, I wake up. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to wake up to pee, I'm probably going to make me something to drink. And I might get me a sandwich while I'm up. Because I eat all the time, guys. Like, I think I have like the world's fastest metabolism or something. Because I'm like 175 pounds and I eat like a 300-pounder easy. You know what I mean? I'm eating all the time. But I get up and I jump on CoinMarketCap real quick. I'm on my phone or something, or if I'm kind of up, I'm like, well, I might click the computer on and go, oh, I'll be darned. Okay. And so then I know what's going on. I watch these other markets just because they're bigger than we are. You know what I mean? They're the boss markets, not us. So, it's one of those things. And I don't suggest other people do that. I mean, I suggest everybody get a full 8 hours sleep continuously, but I don't. I mean, I get up and go sleep, get up and go to sleep. I mean, I'll get up in the middle of the night, get out of bed, go sleep on the couch for about an hour, go back to the bed. I don't know. Sometimes I take showers at 5 in the morning. The whole house loves that one. Like, what? I got the dogs barking and running around.
Joe,
yep.
You and I could have never been roommates because I'd have had to have one of those houses that was built with the roommate suites on opposite ends, and there'd have to be 40 acres between us. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you'd get up the first time, and I'd have to knock you in the head with a cast iron frying pan and tell you to go back to sleep.
Like, what are you doing? Cooking a burger? You want one?
No,
4 in the morning.
Picking. Honestly, I'm picking. I used to be that way. When I was younger, I used to be that way. But I've always been the guy, honestly, that when I lay my head down, it doesn't matter day, night, doesn't matter how much sleep I've had or not had. When I lay my head down, you can usually count 1, 2, 3, and by the time you get to 3, I am gone. I am gone. Yeah. And unless you drop a bomb on me, I'm not going to hear you. No, not going to hear you.
I got in this mode for a while where I was, because I'd get up real early, and then I'd kind of rest. I might lay back down for an hour or something. You know what I mean? But then I'd get up, take Nick to school and everything. Then I'd come in here and I'd work for a few hours, and I'd go kick back on the couch for about an hour and a half, and take a nap.
Right.
And I wasn't doing it purposely to take a nap, but I'd put something on that I was needing to watch or something like that, and kind of, start watching it and then just go to sleep. You know what I mean? And then I'd wake up and boom, okay. Naps are good, man. They really are. And when you're going to stretch your work day way out like that, just because you're working 12 hours a day don't mean you have to work 12 hours straight. You know what I mean? Not a what.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can break that up.
Exactly.
Like you need your coffee breaks, and you need lunch breaks, and you need see exactly. And I just need to take a break, and you need ice cream breaks, nap breaks,
and your significant other might get frisky, so you got to have a frisky break, and God only knows what you might have to. Well, God only knows what you might have to have, right?
You never know. See,
you never know.
Hey,
y'all, the sun is shining here today. Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Chris.
The sun
Hey,
is
what?
shining here today for the first time in a week.
Yeah, well,
That
that's about right here too, I think, because it's all bright and sunny. Yeah, you can see the sun coming in on through the window blinds. Hey, look how big she's
that
getting.
I know, ain't you dope, baby? Is that your dope,
You
baby?
got too big. You got
No,
too
she
big.
ain't gonna get too big. So,
A little big.
what we're gonna talk about today in business is this. Always keep your options open. Okay? Always keep your options open. That's the topic. So, what do we mean by that? Well, let's look at a few real world examples, okay? So, we know a company called KGX, it just came out with ATMs, right? And so, for those people that are closed minded, right? You might approach them in a way that says, how open are you? Right? Like, I really need to know how open you are to new things, right? Yeah. And so then you can have that conversation with that shop owner or store owner or whatever owner it is that you're talking to. And the reason that that's important is because at the end of the day, you really want to be able to help people get their hands on Bitcoin and get it easier. Okay. Now, another thing that you might, incorporate into your everyday business style would be this. When you keep your options open, right? When you keep your business options open, you have the ability to multiply your money. You have an ability to create more of a foundation. You have an ability to have multiple streams of income. And see, this is what I find really funny, and I'm probably going to get some email about this one, but all the big guys, right? All the people that are really doing it, like they're really doing it, right? They all tell you, oh, you got to stay laser focused and you got to be focused on one thing. Now, I am going to affirm part of that statement by saying that you need to be laser focused on something long enough to get it up and running, and then you need to dedicate enough time to that so that you can spend time with it to make sure that it continues to grow, right? Joe, where are you at? Oh, Lord, Joe's done froze up, y'all. Froze up, solid. He done went solid on me. Okay, well, this will be shorter today than we anticipated because there's only one of us now. So what does that look like? Well, it depends on how long you've been in your business. It depends on how big your team is. It depends on what your goal for your business is. And I use that word goal because I have freed myself from the negativity of the word goal. I no longer tremble in anxiety from the sound of the word GOAL, goal. Wow, that felt good. So now what we're talking about, right? Now what we're talking about is really getting out there and understanding that you really probably don't want to start three things when you haven't got the first thing in profit. Okay, so make sure you're getting your businesses in profit. Make sure you have clear ambitions. Make sure that your ability to watch the road in front of you is wide open, and that you're not going to divert, right, from the from the purpose in which you started the business. Yes. So now, what I want to say is, you just thought he was being. Yeah, I like that, Keenan. I like that. Yeah, he's being really still. He is in full attention, brother. That is as still as you'll ever see Joe. You hear me with his ADHD self? Oh my goodness. So okay, so Chris says that he's going to disaffirm part of that, and he's going to say there is absolutely nothing wrong with having multiple streams of income. I'm going to go even one step further and say that all of those people telling you not to have them, have them. Do not trust that. Okay? Do not trust that. They have it. They have it on multiple levels. Okay? Now, it may not be, we'll talk about direct sales. Maybe it's not 5 businesses in direct sales. Maybe it's one direct sales business and one real estate business and one sandwich shop down the street and one liquor store on the corner across from Walgreens and, I don't know, a convenience store with gas. Okay, they got 4 streams of income, but they sitting up there telling you, you can't have multiple streams of income. Well, let me tell you something. The reason they tell you that is because they want you to have to start over. Hear me clearly. They want you to have to start over when something happens, if it happens to you and your business, right? And I'm not saying that things are going to happen to people in their businesses, but why put all your eggs in one basket? Everybody here has had a grandma. I know everybody here has had a grandma, and everybody's grandma has said, never put all your eggs in one basket. Never count your chickens before they hatch. Same thing, okay? So you never want to put everything all in one business. Why would you do that? Look, I got the bumps. It's crazy. I just want to scream sometimes. Don't listen to those people. They have an agenda. The agenda is keeping you where you are so that you don't progress and become as great as they are. Ha! Take that one now. Okay. So what's really cool about this is, once you understand that, really understand it, you might have to sit with this. You may have to keep it for the weekend. You may have to mull this thing over, for 24, 48 hours to really understand what I'm talking about. But once you understand what I'm talking about, you begin to realize that, everything we do is really a business. I'm in the business of having good friends, right? Why would I say that? Well, let me give you an example. Let me paint this picture for you. It's paint by numbers, y'all. Get out your brushes. Come on. Number 1. Okay, if I've got a friend, right? If I've got a friend and I want to keep that friend, right? I want to keep that friend. Then I got to work hard at being a good friend, right? Like, I really want to be the best friend I can be, okay? And for a lot of people, that's hard work. Now, as you do that and you replace old habits with new habits, it becomes second nature and you're just that good friend anyway, okay? But that's a business. It's the business of being a good friend, okay? Now, I'm in business to go do my shopping, right? I have to save me, as much money as I can save. Why? Because it's my money that I'm spending. So I got to be a good steward to myself with the finances that I have, and I need to make sure that I allocate enough to take care of my home and my family, right? But that I also get the things that we want and need, right? So I got to be in business of managing my money. See, everything is about a business, okay? I got to be in business about doing these lives. Why? Because if I don't do these lives, here's Joe calling me, y'all. Look, Joe is calling me on the phone. Let's see what Joe wants. Hey, Joe, what do you know? I'm on live, man. Sorry. I answered you, though, and I'm still going, brother. I love you, man. I'm going to keep running. I did not kick you off. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Hey, I don't know. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. Bitcoin Bad Pit. Yes, sir. Okay, so as y'all know, that was Joe calling in. What happened? You kicked me off. You didn't want me to talk today. He's so much fun. I absolutely love co-hosting with him because you just never know, right? So what I want to say is that we're all in business. We're in the business of taking the best care of ourselves, right? Now, our body is our temple. We should worship it. We should take care of it. Yes, because it's the only one we get. We got to take the best care of it. So, like, I was looking in the mirror over the last week or so, going, I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way you've been taking care of yourself. And I foresee myself participating in an exercise program in the near future. Now, why would I do that? Well, first of all, so that I can breathe easier, okay? Second of all, because I have a 9-year-old son. I want to be the best dad I can be for him, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of those things. And if I am overweight and not able to keep up with him and do the things that he's doing and loving, then I'm not being the best dad I can be. So I'm not my best person. Okay. So I'm in business to be the best dad I can be, right? Um, you know, you're in business. You're in business with your finances. You're in business with your business partners. We're in business with KGX. We're in business with other things. We're in business with everything. Everything is about a business relationship. Now, take you 24 to 48 hours. Go ahead and sleep with that. Sit with that. Think on that. Eat with that, because it's going to take you a minute to really see the vision that I see. Okay. Now, most people, like myself, take a minute to get that. Okay. For me, I've been thinking on that thing for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, really. Just biting it, chewing a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And so I've been chewing on that elephant, biting on that elephant for about 3 years, until it became crystal clear to me that everything we do is business. Okay. Our relationships are business. How many of us want to be the best spouse possible, right? The best spouse on the planet, right? We want our spouse bragging about us all the time, telling everybody how great a spouse we are, how thoughtful we are, blah, 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 right? Okay, so that's a business. You're in the business of being the best spouse you can be, right? Y'all, it just makes perfect sense when you think about you're in business with everything. Now, some of these businesses that we're in, they produce a financial windfall, right? They have profit and loss statements. Some of them, well, they don't produce a financial report that you can see right now, but in some way, some shape, some form, there is a payoff for each one of these business relationships, right? And a lot of times it's nothing more than enhancing your businesses that your finances do come from. Okay, so I say all of this to tell you, be an adult. Put your big girl and big boy panties on, okay? Because you got to think for yourself. Now, why would somebody tell me I can only be in one business at a time? Why would somebody tell me I can't do more than one thing at a time? Are they in my body? Do they know me? Do they know what I'm capable of doing? Absolutely not. Well, then there's got to be an alternative motive, right? So let's pick this thing apart. Let's pick. Okay, well, they want all the financial windfall for themselves. Okay. They want to be super successful in 5 businesses, but they only want you to be tied to one. Okay, so that they can hail from a higher place, a higher hierarchy, if you will. Okay, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, all those that ain't decided, it's not that difficult. We have to do this thing for ourselves. Okay, we really, really, really have to understand that everything we do is a business. Okay, everything we do is a transaction. Okay, look at it that way. Don't look at it as a business. Look at it as a transaction. You give, you take. You gift, you receive. Okay, everything is a transaction. There's a law out there that says for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? That's talking about the transactions. It's talking about businesses, okay? So if you're putting forth your best effort, what are you going to get back? Your best results, right? Now, each and every one of us has the opportunity to grow and become better. And I encourage that so much. Like, personal development is near and dear to my heart. Education is near and dear to my heart. I want to be that person that's constantly learning. I don't want to be that person that's sitting getting stale. That's last year's knowledge. Catch up. You got 2 or 3 books to read before you catch me, right? That's the kind of thing that I want to talk about and be involved with. I want people to understand that I'm evolving too. I'm not asking you guys or telling you guys or advising you guys to do anything that I'm not doing myself. Okay? And we're on a journey together. That's what I love about these lives is we can actually take these journeys together. We can compare notes. We can take steps together. We can reach down and behind us and give a hand up, right? And put somebody that's following us ahead of us because they can benefit from something that we just went through or some knowledge that we just learned. So, in business, whatever your business is, which should be everything you've just learned today, right? Look, think about this. Do you speak to people? Do you have conversations with people? You're in the business to be the best speaker, the best conversationalist you can be. See, I bet you hadn't even given that much thought, right? Right? I mean, it's mind-boggling when I think about it. And it was like a light bulb moment for me. And I hope that you guys have gotten something from this, and gals too. I know I've been a little bit over the top and everything, but I wanted you guys to kind of see my excitement because I am excited. I have overcome a plateau. I have taken a step beyond where I was. I'm happy about that. I'm excited about that. And it blew my mind when I came to these realizations. And I think it blew my mind because, it's really the way life works. This is really how things go. And to be able to put it into words, to be able to articulate it in a manner that someone else could understand it has taken me a little bit of time, quite honestly. Because I'm not really sure that I could articulate it in my head in the beginning. I mean, like the light bulb went on and I got it, but I didn't know what I got, right? Like I didn't know the gravity of what I had learned. And so, I have a pet, right? So I'm in the business of being the best pet owner I could possibly be, right? See how this works? I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Everything I do, I'm in the business of being the best at it. Okay? Being the best at it. And you got that mindset. And then for those of us who are taking MKE, all we hear all day long is do it now, 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 right? And so when you become enlightened enough to realize that you need to do it now to become more efficient, and you need to be the best at whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And it doesn't mean you're the best at it in the whole wide world. It means that you're your best you doing what it is that you're doing. Okay, it gives you something to strive for, and it gives you a sense of pride, and it kind of makes you want to sit taller, right? And your chest stick out a little bit, right? And you got a little pep in your step when you're walking, right? Like people notice these things. Your actions, your body language say as much or more than your words ever will. Confidence can't be bought. Confidence cannot be bought. And it's the one thing that people pick up on 6 seconds before you ever say the first word. How about that? It's the one thing that people pick up on 6 seconds before you ever say the first word. So, are you in the business of having the best confidence that you can possibly have for yourself? Pray tell. You see where I'm going? All of this stuff helps us to evolve into the best person, into the best us, into the best individual, into the best family, into the best spouse, into the best leader, into the best everything possible that we can be. That's huge. That's huge. And if that's not a driving force for each and every one of you guys, then you're missing something. You're really missing something. And I'm not here to ever put anyone down or to ever make anyone feel less than themselves or to tell people that they're not good enough. But what I'm going to tell you about that is you're missing something if you don't see that. If you don't get what I just talked about, I mean, like really get it. If it doesn't hit the heart, if it doesn't hit the gut, if it doesn't hit the mind, you need to maybe get the replay of this and listen to it again. There's nothing wrong with that. I told you it took me 3 years to wrap my mind around this, okay? But because I've done it, now I see it so clearly. Everything I look at, I see that I'm in the business of being whatever that is, right? So earlier today, I was running the vacuum cleaner. Typical example, right? Do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. I looked up and I said, geez, the floors need to be vacuumed. I got right up, got the vacuum cleaner, vacuumed the floors, right? Now, ordinarily, on a work day, if I'm vacuuming, I'm doing what my grandmother would call hit the high spots, right? I'm getting the traffic areas, and I'm not moving furniture, and I'm not getting under anything. I'm just getting the traffic, right? No, that wasn't good enough. I had to do under the tables and move the chairs, and I had to do it correctly, because the whole time I was doing it, I was telling myself, I'm in the business of being the best vacuumer possible. Like, I don't want to leave one speck of dust anywhere. Do you guys see that? Can you feel that? Like, am I conveying this in a manner to where you guys can really get the vision of what I'm talking about? Because I can't speak for anyone else, and we're all going to have aha moments, and they're all going to be in different places, times, settings. But sincerely, this is a aha moment. Now, again, I told you it took 3 years. I told you that it took me a while after I got it and the light bulb went off. It took me a while to assimilate to it and kind of understand how to really articulate the words in a way that people would understand. Good, Bethany. I'm glad you got it, baby. In a way that people could understand it. And so the last few days, if anybody has noticed or thought, hey, Chris is a little off, or something's just not quite right, or, Chris has got something on his mind, you're all right. I was really having an internal mind battle, if you will, okay, with how do I get these words, how do I get these thoughts, these pictures that are in my head out of my mouth, where somebody can understand it and learn and take something from it. See, it's my goal. It's my goal that every time I meet with anyone, be it a live or a Zoom or on the phone or in person or anything, it's my goal that I leave that person better than I found them each and every time. Okay? Each and every time. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm 100% successful at that. Okay? It's a work in progress. It will probably be a work in progress until I leave this realm. Okay? Because I'm not perfect. Because I'm not the person that, has, has gained that level as of yet. Okay? So I'm not perfect at it, but I do my best. I'm in the business of making other people better than I found them, and I want to be the best at it that I possibly can. When you say that, you can't help but feel good when you start saying stuff like that. Try it. You just try it right now. Say, I'm in the business of whatever. Okay? I'm in the business of making the best coffee I possibly can, and I'm going to enjoy every cup. Look, I can't keep the smile off my face, right? I got the goosies, y'all. I can't keep the smiles off my face, because you can't say that. You can't say it and not feel good. Okay? It's awesome. I love you guys. I hate Joe got frozen today. I know that there was some things he wanted to talk about. He did want me to let everybody know that his name has changed. He's now the Brad Pitt of Bitcoin. Okay? He's the Brad Pitt of Bitcoin. And he'll have to explain that to you guys later when he can stay on camera long enough. I'm not going to steal that thunder. But I want to invite all of you guys back. Look, this is, if I'm not mistaken, we are on the Sunday. Is this the Sunday before the big Gobble Gobble Day? Yes, it is. So, since this is the weekend before Gobble Gobble, okay? Since this is the weekend before Gobble Gobble, and I didn't ask Joe about this, but I'm sure he'd be all right with it. We will not have a live tomorrow, okay? In observance of the weekend before Gobble Gobble Day. Now, what I also want to let everybody know completely up front is I will not be doing business online on Thanksgiving Day. That's out. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to be spending time with my family. I'm going to encourage that Joe do the same, and all of you guys do the same as well. Okay? So I want everybody to take Thanksgiving, which is the 22nd, and spend that time doing something that makes you feel good. Okay? So I just wanted to let everybody know we're not gonna be live tomorrow. We're gonna be closed on Thanksgiving Day, and probably that weekend. It'll probably be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We won't do any. We won't do any lives. I will be working part of that time, just not on Thursday. Um, just not on Thursday. So I just want to let everybody know, and of course, we need to make sure that our calendars reflect that, right? Like we just need to block ourselves out so that nobody can book time with us during that time that we're going to be spending with family. So love to each and every one of you guys. I'm in business. I'm in business of loving you all to the best of my ability. Ah! Yes, I love it. And and helping each and every one of you cross any bridges that you encounter any way that I can. It's my mission to help you any way that I can. I love each and every one of you guys. Joe loves you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Monday is a new day, and we'll see you on Crypto Let's Talk. Everybody have a great weekend. Oh, watch those greens. Talk to you guys later.